According to a survey by Sophos, 66% of healthcare organizations reported experiencing a ransomware attack in 2021. This was a 34% increase from 2020. Despite these numbers, only 50% of small U.S. businesses have a cybersecurity plan. That leaves many companies open to large financial losses. So, what is the biggest risk when it comes to cybersecurity? It actually comes down to people like you and me. Hi everyone, I'm Maria from eTactics, and today I'm going to talk to you about ransomware and how to prevent it. But before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below. Also, hit that alert bell icon so that when we post new, helpful content, you get notified. I know. I left you on a cliffhanger. I bet you're wondering, how could I be a risk to my company? Well, 82% of data breaches involve a human element. This is according to Verizon's 2022 Data Breach Investigation Report. Even if you are Employee of the Month, you're still human. And humans make mistakes. So this means that the first line of defense from cybersecurity attacks starts with you. So let's go over what ransomware is. Ransomware is a form of malware that targets home users, businesses, and government networks. This type of cyber attack denies users access to files on their computers. Hackers can then keep files until the victim pays a set ransom for their return. I'm sure you've heard of the phrase, prevention is the best medicine, and this is true for cybersecurity as well. You can prevent your system from being hacked by understanding the different types of ransomware and how hackers entrap their victims. First, we have phishing. And no, I'm not talking about bluegill and bass. Phishing is the practice of sending emails while impersonating a company to convince someone to reveal their personal information. Last year, 83% of businesses said that they experienced a successful phishing attack. Next, exploiting poor access management is another common practice that allows hackers to access information. Poor access management can include not keeping your accounts up to date, weak passwords, and neglecting to change your passwords on a regular basis. But even with good access management practice, software will inherently hold risk in that it's always evolving. This is why cybersecurity teams must always address vulnerabilities promptly. Neglecting to address unpatched software allows another easy access for hackers to get your information. An unpatched vulnerability is any weakness in a system that allows hackers to use a known security bug to run malicious code. The next technique is called drive-by malicious package download. These downloads happen after a user unknowingly visits an infected website. Hackers will either embed malicious code in the website or redirect the victim to another site that they control. This allows them to silently scan the visiting device for its specific weaknesses and execute malicious code without the user even clicking anything. Finally, ransomware found in USB and/or removable media is the last technique I'm going to talk about today. There have been instances where hacker groups mailed out USB drives in hopes that recipients would plug them into their PC and install ransomware themselves. For example, there have been reports of hackers impersonating the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. This cybercrime group would gather data by claiming the USB was sent as a COVID-19 warning. So now that we've gone over a few ransomware threats to be on the lookout for, here are 5 practices to avoid falling victim to a security breach. Number 1, back up your data and verify its integrity. Number 2, focus on awareness and training. 3, patch the operating system, software, and firmware on devices. 4, ensure antivirus and anti-malware solutions are set to update and conduct scans. And 5, use best practices for use of Remote Desktop Protocol, or RDP. This includes auditing your network for systems using RDP, closing unused RDP ports, and applying 2-factor authentication whenever possible. Knowing the techniques and strategies that hackers use is a great first line of defense, but making sure to offer regular training to your employees is crucial to reduce the risk of a security breach. By offering annual training, employees can be better equipped to prevent ransomware attacks and keep data safe. If you'd like to find out more about ransomware prevention training, reach out to eTactics. And you already made it this far into the video, so you might as well like it, share, and comment below.